Good evening, Risk Enjoyers. Hope you're doing right. So, the Dracula cape, as you can see right here, we're about 10 minutes until midnight. And if you can remember, this was actually introduced on the Monday. Face Punch themselves have made it, and by default, with every brand new item Face Punch makes, it's automatically abnormal. I'm on the item store page right here. As you can see, it's already provided a link. Cool. So we're well aware that obviously if it came out on a Monday, that means midnight the next Monday, that's when it becomes marketable. And as I've just pointed out to you, we're about 10 minutes to go. Cool. So in regards to figuring out a price for it, that's another story. So I'm going to spend the next 10 minutes kind of going over that, and then of course we'll be doing the buy orders. So sit back, relax, let's get started. First of all, just to quickly elaborate once more, when Face Punch makes a brand new item, it's always abnormal, as you can see, but they might reintroduce it. So clearly you can see this is a Halloween item, and if I could just scroll down from SCMM, you might recall that we have all the other Halloween items. There's a fairly decent chance that maybe next year the likes of the Dracula cape will not be brought back at $6 again, because as you can see, that is what it's currently listed at. Maybe they bring it back next year and it sells for $5, maybe even $4, maybe half price. No one knows, only Face Punch. But I'll be brutally honest with you, pretty confident they'll just probably bring it back at $6. So if it does go down in price during the year, if they sell it again at $6 next Halloween, chances are this will rise back up in price. You've probably seen the likes of the carvable pumpkin rising up a little bit more. Yeah, it didn't go all the way back up to $4, but people don't seem to care enough about the likes of the carvable pumpkin. But you might have seen the likes of the cultist deer torch. It was kind of sitting around $2 for a while. Well, it was reintroduced at $3. People would rather buy it on the Steam market because it's cheaper. And as you can see, rose up quite close to its store price. So, all right, we've got that nice and established. If it works out ever so nicely, such as, oh, I don't know, mummy wraps, if we could just scroll up. If it goes above its store price, yes, chances are it'll go back down to $6 again next year. So considering doing buy orders for likes of this, it could go either way. Either it goes down in price and then, well, you might have to wait until next Halloween to be able to sell it for a better profit, or it might sell very nicely, it will be in demand, and maybe during likes the summer of 2025, you might have to sell it then, because chances are, as I said, it's very likely to get brought back again next year for Halloween 2025. Yeah, keep that in mind. So just to point out, with the likes of all these Halloween items, pretty much every single one of them was brought back, except the usual suspects that don't normally get brought back. Surgeon Scrub, Skull Door Knocker. You also have the likes of the Scarecrow, the Jack-o'-lanterns. You get the idea. Even Spooky Speaker, I think. Yes, that wasn't brought back. Nope. Right then. So yeah, you should anticipate that it will be brought back again next year. Now, in regards to figuring out a price for it, well, I do have some interesting examples, and we'll have to take this into consideration. So first of all, let's just quickly remind ourselves, this is technically a jacket skin. It isn't, but it technically is. As I said, this is a brand new entity produced by Face Punch themselves, but with the way it behaves, it is a jacket skin. However, I'm sure many of you are well aware, if you wear this with certain things like a wetsuit and whatnot, it'll make your body invisible. I'm pretty sure they'll fix that with the November update next Thursday. Or if they haven't by then, eventually they'll fix it. So if you think it looks really funny to run around being like an invisible man, it might not be like that forever. Okay. Now, I also have to question, you have to have a tier 1 workbench to be able to make this. Are people actively going to want to do that? So this is where I want to bring up the likes of Easter. You might recall that we had a special item being introduced. There it is, chicken costume. Now, this was in the Rust store at $10. Yes, it has gone down in price, but it's done a very good job of retaining most of its value. Chances are, next Easter, it will be brought back again at $10 again. So let's just quickly look at this real quickly. As you can see, lowest listing is in fact just about $8 to $9. Yep, halfway. Cool, 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 cool. And as I said, it's only really gone down by about $1.50. But the big difference is, this is wood leg armor. So yeah, wood pants. Wooden pants, you can make that whenever, like, no issue. So it's very easy to just get some wood and quickly produce the likes of this, and then you look very silly, ha ha ha, look at me, I'm wearing the chicken costume. But this over here, you know, cloth, workbench, is it going to be something worth chasing after? Or would you just rather find like a normal jacket from the likes of some loot and whatnot? Just pointing that out. Are you going to go through the efforts in wanting to skin it? Just pointing that out. Do you think this will have enough demand, or rather comparable demand, compared to likes the chicken costume? Right. So I get the feeling, chances are, this is actually going to drop off a little bit more. And when I'm not super confident in something, I usually go up to about halfway in regards to the price. So if this is selling at $6, maybe I only want to go all the way up to about $3. And just to point out, yes, if it does go down and suffers and struggles, if this is reintroduced again next year for the Halloween of 2025, well, I mean, all right, it gets probably brought back at $6 again. People would rather buy the cheap ones on the Steam market compared to buying it again for $6 in a rush store. It'll rise back up in price again. Maybe not all the way up to $6, but it will do better. That's the point. Now, what happens if this is never ever brought back again? Well, I guess it's a valuable rare item now. Well, it wouldn't be rare. I think a lot of people have bought this. But the fact that it will be discontinued, people will probably start buying them out. A good example would be the likes of the Surgeon Scrubs, which I just showed you a minute ago. As you can see, that's now pushing up to $60 at the moment. So let's just quickly look at all the Halloween items. Scroll down, and as you can see, we can look at the likes of it currently selling at $52.67. Now, of course, this is a little bit more special and cool. Again, debatable. But yeah, that hasn't been brought back since like 2019, 2020, and it just keeps rising in price every single year, basically. So, all right, cool. That's nice. So back over to yapping about the likes of the Dracula cape. As I said, I'm not super confident in it. We've had some other similar questionable debates looking at the likes of the recent Dragon launcher. It's probably not the best comparable thing, but I am bringing up the idea of there's a fairly decent chance the Dragon launcher isn't going to get brought back again next year. Because, of course, with Lunar New Year this year, it was the year of the Dragon, wasn't it? But next year it's the year of the Snake. Would it be odd if they had a Dragon launcher again next year? SMM is taking its time, so I'm going to go, oh, thank you. Yeah, that's risen up in price quite nicely. There is the question of, if it isn't brought back, does it only become more and more valuable? With the likes of this, pretty sure it will. Now, this right here is probably one of the best Dragon rocket launcher skins we have. Yes, technically it's its own separate entity to a point, but it is still technically a skin, and it looks cool, and people like it, and plus it has its own FX and whatnot. Point I'm trying to get across is, if it isn't brought back, does it instantly become even more valuable? For the likes of this, potentially. And for the investors, yes. Well, investors can make it happen. So just remember, it's not just you playing with the likes of these brand new items and whatnot. There's other people out there. And then, of course, the actual people who generally want to use these items and skins and whatnot. If there's strong demand to use it, the price will flourish. And that actually worked with the likes of this. So, yeah, I know I've said a lot of things in such a short amount of time, but I'm sure you can understand I don't think the Dracula cape is comparable to the likes of this. Yes, it's very goofy, it's very silly, but it's very quick and easy to make something like that. But when you look at the likes of this right here, there's some extra steps, and it's, well, very noticeable. Do you want to be noticed? All right, fair enough. Yeah, okay, I can see some nice casual use with the likes of this and whatnot, but yeah, I don't think people are going to be actively wanting to use this as their database. Some people might, but you know, I am thinking that there will be a lot of people that want to do that now. Hey, at the end of the day, the main point I'm trying to get across is there enough genuine demand for this to be bought and used frequently? I'm not 100% confident in that, so I'm only going halfway. So I have a buy order here. And then I have another buy order in this account over here, which I haven't got prepared. So let's go back over to here, copy that, back over to here, paste that in. There we go. Got that ready. And I also happen to have this account as well, which already has the likes of that prepared. Good, good, good. So one extra thing, you might notice this has £1,699.94. That is like almost exhausted. If I could just quickly show you my buy orders here, there you go. So I'm more than happy to put the reckless buy order with the likes of this one here, because it can't do any more buy orders. I can't add any more money to it, because the maximum allowed money is £1,700, which is equal to around $2,000. So I can do the big, fat, more riskier buy order on here. Sounds good? Right then, let's go hop back over to here, and I do believe we're almost ready. So we have 30 seconds to go. Did you enjoy your week? Did you enjoy your weekend? I hope you did. Oh, we loved a little bit of small talk. So, yeah. Price? What price would I want to do? I think I'm going to do $1, and then $2, and then $3. I might go a little bit higher. We shall see how it turns out. But I've just quickly done something right now. We'll see how it turns out. So, yep. Midnight, 4, 3, 2, 1. And hey, look, oh, that was quick. I was about to sit there and say maybe I'm not going to be the fastest, but then this happens and I go put those bars down and there we go. Right, second buy order, off we go. Quick refresh, and it's already got 300 buy orders. I'm going to go do this. I'm going to go request 88, and then I'm going to go over to here. Yeah, it was that quick. It was that quick. Right then, $3 I think I'll be doing. I think I'll do that. And 99, I can do that, and there you go. It was that easy. Yep, it was that quick. So if I were to quickly hop out of here now, we can do a little bit of, what's the word to say? We can look at the abnormal barter support. That's what I'd normally say if we're doing abnormal barters, but this is just like a brand new thing, so let's go get a good look at this. Quick refresh. I'm going to look at all the barters. We're going to see the build up, and we'll question what happens next. So as you can see, the barter build up, well, there's me at slightly over $1. Then there's me over here with slightly over $2. And then there's me here with slightly over $3. Huh. Well, I don't think it's retaining that $6 price. But that's the investors. I informed people, didn't I? Hop them over to likes of here. When we did the recent abnormal barters last Wednesday night, I did talk about how, you know, the Dracula cape is going to be appearing at this specific time. Make sure you're ready, figure out prices, go do your own research. Yes, I've had some people in the last minute sitting there and saying, Hedge, what should I offer for this? No. I'm not that kind. I instructed you where to look. I told you to look at previous items that were introduced for the first time, and I told you how did they fare and whatnot. And pretty much in this video, I did that myself. We did some comparisons, we questioned things, you get the idea. As I said now, if we do not see any more barters going above this price right here, it really don't look like this is going to have a fun time in the future, and it does look like it's going to go down in price. But again, the main question was, is that going to have enough genuine demand? Yes, investors can jump in and buy it out as much as they want, but if no one's actually actively buying it, they're in trouble. Yes. So, yep, as I said, I could do that riskier buy order, slightly over $3 on the likes of this account over here, because as of now, I think it is like completely, like almost, well, at the very least, maybe just a few more barters, then it's completely maxed out, exhausted, job done. If I did 240, that means I've got another £100 I can work with. All right, well, maybe there might be a little bit extra that I can chase after, or maybe I'll just put down some nice long-term barters. That's definitely something you can consider. Looking at the likes of some of these Halloween items. Oh, no, this is Lunar New Year. Back to current day, Mr. Hedge. I'm getting there. Start looking at the likes of these Halloween items. They're going to drop down in price all over again, because they only really kind of go up in price in the lead up to and during the likes of Halloween. Yes, I know skins don't do a very good job, but the likes of these right here, they do rise up quite nicely. Skull Rock's going to probably drop off again, but then eventually rise back up again. And mummy wraps, well, you might still be going down a fair bit more, but then eventually it will keep rising towards the likes of the summer of 2025. Now, if you want to hear me yap about the likes of all these Halloween items and discussing the likes of you know, potential investments and whatnot, you still have time. You can go and watch the likes of this video here, because of course this Rust isn't rotating until Thursday. Give this a good watch. I talk about the likes of the mummy wraps, the carvable pumpkin, the cursed cauldron, and you will probably feel a little bit more confident with, you know, potentially a smart idea in mind and what to offer for them. And they do tend to work out quite nicely if you know when to approach them and how, I guess you could say. So, yep. Alright then, so that seems to be a wrap. Thank you very much for watching me. And can I just sit here and say, thank you very much to subscribe to me. I don't really put much of an effort in to sit there and say, please subscribe, but I've just reached 7,000 subscribers. So, you know, thank you very much for that. I do appreciate that. Thank you for all the support. Now, if I could just quickly inform you of something extra, I shall do that right now. So, oh, no. Over to here, you might have noticed some more Twitch drops have appeared. This does appear to be the November Twitch drops. Not sure how many there's going to be, but more are appearing. So if you don't understand the reference here, do you remember that smoking caterpillar picture? It's a meme. Yeah, just Google smoking caterpillar, you'll find it. I was like, how do I instantly know where that's from? I need to get off the internet. We also happen to have another sheet metal double door. Yippee. Oh, cool. Well, it glows in the dark. It's basically a big fridge, it seems. Alright, okay, that's cool. And then, of course, we still have the likes of the Neon Storage Misc. It's technically, officially, a Neon Storage because it's made by Duck himself. So, all right, cool. You finally got your Misc box. And then, of course, you've got the fridge right here. And then you've got the likes of the SAR right here. I would expect maybe another 5 more Twitch drops. I'm not sure what they're going to be, but keep your eyes open. Keep an eye on the likes of the workshop. Now, I should also point out, I don't think skin creators are supposed to be submitting skins this weekend. So keep that in mind. I'm not actually no. With the previous batch of skins being submitted, so I'm talking about the likes of the recent Rust Workshop skin checks for October 22 and October 29. Those 2 batches are what are potentially going to be accepted from. Or more specifically, if you've seen the likes of TGG's recent top picks, you will see the likes of the skins you see here being in the next top picks list, and then everything out of that potentially will be the skins that could be picked for the likes of the November Force Wipe Rust store next Thursday. Cool. Did you have to really talk about that so, like, slowly in a bit? You watch Hedge for a reason. Or, well, do you enjoy the long talks? Listening to Hedge's docent tones? Well, that's probably why I have 7,000 subscribers now. Yeah. Right, so once again, thank you very much for the support. Thank you very much for watching me. And remember, when you see a brand new item, so I guess we're going to go hop back over there again. Yep, when you see a brand new item, it's always abnormal. Or rather, when it comes out, based on that time. So as I said, because this came out last Monday, it then becomes marketable the very second we hit the next Monday. Or rather, based on what time... The clock's changed recently, so it was midnight. But if this had come out like a month before, it would have come out at 1 o'clock in the morning this time. I'm sure you understand that. I'm sure you understand that. Cool. So, yeah, let's see what happens to this now. Lowest listing is currently around $12, but the highest bidder, that's me. It's only at $3. We'll see what happens next. Catch you later. See you goodbye. And feel free to comment below what you think happens to this next. Catch you later.